It's like improvisational writing.
Yeah, it's kind of.
That's exactly what it is, essentially.
Literary improv, kind of.
It's hard.
It is hard.
But it's so fun. Yeah. It's challenging and it's fun.
Because when you have like however many weeks of playing these characters to sort of develop them, it gets to the point where it almost comes natural.
Mm-hmm.
Mercy, what's your intelligence? 15.
Oh God. Walk your way through this.
Tara, what's your intelligence?
54, I believe. Yes. Holy.
Ha!
I'm smarter than you know.
Mercy's lighting is awful, but you can just dampen the parts that are awful. So you create exceptional lighting by darkening out all the shit that sucks.
I did good.
Hey, you were awesome.
Thank you.
It's a really wonderful mix between some really deep stuff and some nice humor. The characters are really nicely and well crafted, and the plot, one of the weirdest things I've known. It's nice and straightforward, but still gives room for some wonderful character development.
It's really tight and fluid. Like, it shows you put a lot of work into it, and it's like you roughed up the edges. You really put a lot of work into this.
So many layers upon layers of characters and new worlds.
Yeah, there's a lot of content that went behind this. So it's pretty intense because I mean you're creating your own world.
The gameplay, the story, and the character creation, it's understandable, but it takes a lot. I really like it. I like that it's complicated. I don't make sense.
This is one of those games you can't take lightly. You have to put your heart and soul into this game.
You really do. You cried once.
I did!
Is that your response?
Too many feels.
Bad omens are being drawn.
Oh no, here comes the sad part.
They reduce bad omens by 2, so it reduces from 4 to 2. The first bad omen being drawn is, he is coming.
Oh, yeah. English. Son of a bitch.
Bad omen.
That's my favorite.
Bad omen.
We have less time now.
And the second bad omen being drawn is Caliginarisma.
Meaning?
We will bestow upon a foe the righteous fires of indignatious charisma.
Oh, fuck.
No. You're not gonna like it.
Woo! It's one of those things where you're like, it's an experience and a game at the same time.
There's nothing to fear.
Ich bin ein Berliner. That's it. My character's turned out completely different than what I imagined. He took on a life of his own and just dragged me along the way. And when he wasn't dragging me, the GMs were, so.
What were you expecting your character to be?
Continuously uptight, angry person who just hit things, essentially, and continuously got screwed over because I knew that was going to happen from the beginning. And then character stuff happened. Okay, this looks difficult, I imagine. But hey, we've gotten this far in the game, and we have Alcor, the epitome of rock and roll on Alternia ever. And we are all working together for once.
I'm the fucking man. Okay.
First time in this game, we're all in the same area working together. Think about how much destruction you've all caused in your respective lands dealing with your enemies. If we put that together and point it at him, he can't survive. We need to channel that into music.
It's like a prism.
Does music work like this?
It can. Let's make it happen. Yeah, part of me did think I was probably going to be the one that snapped and killed everyone. Because I had the potential.
It could still happen.
My creativity was at the max when I was coming up with this character. I had to start with sort of a character model that I sort of wanted to develop, and it was, and I don't know why I had David Bowie on the brain. Like every single session, we have at least one David Bowie joke somewhere in there, and that's sort of led to the development of this character. And it's taken such a turn that it's like I've been sort of strategically placing like David Bowie references and just stuff that is even just and the brilliant part is that everybody here like gets it.
There's a table in front, and at the table is like a dog, another dog, and a guy with blue hair.
Is he also a dog?
No.
He's a man.
He's not.
Alright.
Put your hat.
Guy with blue hair.
No one wants to see that.
I like it. That makes Ferris. Hi. You have 10 minutes to advertise. Go.
Oh shit! I go and advertise everything!
How?
You had posters, right?
Yeah.
Were the unvandalized ones?
Yeah, we printed. I gave them a giant stack of boondollars and said print. So there should be
So
thousands.
I am gonna take that giant stack and start using speed around town and putting them up everywhere.
What is your
Okay, you just start handing them out to
You should
people.
also just scream at the top of your lungs.
What is your speed?
Wild.
Speed is 43.
Mercy.
Yeah,
You need to get lighting up and
I do need to get lighting and sound. I do it the best way I know how to.
How's
Moving
that?
shit and putting it down.
Okay.
Pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down.
Yeah.
You just have a tower of lights facing in all directions. That's it.
Get so good at this!
Symbiote woman.
And this is new for me because I don't like playing female characters because it's just not my thing. But now I'm like, Mercy and we would be best buds. It'd be great.
Wait a minute. I go up to a dirt site. Is it Harry?
Who?
Is it Fred?
I
Fred?
thought it was George.
George? Yeah, it was George. Is it George?
I can't remember anybody's name anymore.
I just remember the high or low.
Lie.
I'll say it.
Whatever makes it George.
George.
Poor George! Yeah!
George is like, oh my God, there's all of you.
George! George, I can fly, George!
This is like my worst.
I have flowers at George.
No.
Oh, I punched the equivalent of flowers at George.
A building?
Take that, George!
Zoe, Marty tried to capture like George. It's successful.
Sure.
Yes, I have George in my inventory.
Micah, why did you do that?
Don't worry, it'll all make sense later.
He's been through enough, Micah. Because of her.
Guys, you're right there when you take him out! I'm generally very outgoing when I make my characters, so... That was almost not a piece of shit! Being exceptionally crazy for 4 hours is usually a fun way to spend my time.
I like to think that with my character, I've put every bit of creativity that I could into him, and then on top of that, I enjoy making characters that are really stupid. They seem to work best for me.
Can't screw this up.
You better not get cocaine on the costume.
What's that? What charge?
What's that? Light charge? Oh, hell yeah! You just start hitting keys and it sounds fabulous.
She was in a situation where one character was talking about, he was speaking from the afterlife, and she said to him, I'm scared. And the character said, you shouldn't be scared, being dead's not that bad. And she's like, I'm not scared of being dead, I'm scared of my friends being miserable. Now, I didn't expect to say that, but Tara did it. That's the name of my character. Tara did it. And it's moments like that in my writing and in my game playing that are just amazing. Like, that actually happens.
Yeah, and I think every one of us has had that experience.
It's fun once you play multiple games, then you can have new characters that are completely different from one another, have a good character in one game and a bad one in another. Since the Purple Lady crashed, can we just remake?
Well, the first Purple Lady, you drove into the tower to bash the door open. Be like, ah! And then that one blew up. And then the second one fell into
Fell
the...
out of the sky.
Yeah. So you have to make a third.
That's a good fault. So there's a third one that burned down below. That's how you
This
do
is
it.
one. But the fourth one, stay up! So
And that's where we're gonna get the strongest spaceship in Alternia.
I think I wound up making mine a bit of a self-insert, but like I'm usually kind of blank when I'm role-playing. So I've been trying to throw some emotion in there.
I've upgraded from my tablet to a speak and spell, by the way.
it's not an upgrade, it's just terrifying.
I guess I can't say anything because we're just gonna take
Oh, well, I'm sorry, alright?